up, people? It's your friendly neighborhood shooter broadcast. You live from the South Side. This is the Union Podcast, and we are live. Yeah, we are live during the Bears game, man. So I got some Bears guys on the couch, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to bear with them. You know what I mean? Because we actively watching that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but today's topic is shout out to Pac-Man. He's not here. He couldn't be here with us today. But I'm your host Don. This is Reese Vader, and we got Zaya on the end. Today we're talking about paternity tests. Is it mandatory? Should it be mandatory or not? Why did we come up with that?
We just not even research. We just, being on social media, you come across a lot of things coming across your page. So I came across, I forgot what the judge's name was, but she always have these paternity tests going on. And a lot of times, man, the men really want to be involved in the child's lives, and they're all in for it. And then they've been in there 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and so on, so forth. And come to find out, the child not theirs. So I'm feeling that paternity tests should be mandatory.
It's kind of touching home like that. I have a brother that did the same situation.
Yeah, me too.
Not me.
Say, motherfucker get cut, he take one goddamn.
Y'all definitely have a brother deal with that. Like we start bonding with the baby and everything, and come to find out, my mom just had a hunch and wanted to do the paternity test thing, and turned out it wasn't.
Yeah,
like what was the end result?
That's a hard pill to swallow, right there.
Well, it was obviously the end of whatever they had. But at the same time, my brother was, trying to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first boy, that he had. So he was trying to just proud, father kind of situation. It didn't really work out for him, obviously.
Yeah. Like to me, it's a burden that a lot of women don't have to bear. Mm-hmm. Like they're pushing a child out, so of course that the child is yours. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it could be a chance that whoever you pushing this child off on, it could be a chance that it's not theirs as well. So you guys got to figure that shit out, because it only hurts going forth. You don't think that that's going to come up in any type of way, shape, or form to where the child might find out, the dad might find out. Like it's just it's a lot. And why are you putting this on these men? Is it because you feel like that they're going to be there? That's the safe zone, that this man is going to be responsible enough to take care of the child, and the one that you went out with had a fucking 9-inch dick. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got to figure that out, because it hurts in the long run.
It do be like that. It's I guess it's just like, all right, he the best pick of the litter that's going to be a stable father that's going to be around. So it's like you want to go with the best result, and then you're going to cover it up as best as you can, but eventually it's going to come out. So we basically just saying they're lying with their ego.
What's up, Nikki?
Pride.
Nikki!
You know what I mean?
Can't see, where is that? What are they at? Oh, we going to see them on here?
It's not. It's frozen. We have to.
We actually feel like what is it, mandatory?
Yeah.
So even with all that being said, I still don't think it should be mandatory for a DNA test. Even if the father is signed a birth certificate, I think it should be something that he should want to do personally. If he wants it personally, I do think that he should have the right to do so. But some men don't care.
But some men are too afraid to ask. Some men feel like, why wouldn't it be mine? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been with this chick for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't this child be my child? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to be the only man that she's sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's instances where that happens, to where, you with somebody for a long period of time, and even in marriages, long-term relationships, where they come to find out later down the line that the child is not there.
I feel like it should be mandatory, because I'm the type of person that look both ways on the woman. So it's like, nah. And that's not even to doubt, the person I'm with. That's just just who I am. I'd rather be for sure and for certain than to be worrying about it or even have a second guess. It'd just be like, you know what I mean?
But that's if you have doubt, right?
I mean, even then.
And if you have doubt, then I understand it. If you don't have doubt, like what you said, and not knowing that your woman stepped out on you, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, that's a possibility that it could not be yours. I think that's where we come into the play where, like, is it like, I don't want to say it like, I mean, because I don't want to say it sounds like I'd be like punishable, but you know what I'm saying? But like, it should be some sort of, for me, man, like, you can't just holding the person's life hostage, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. For me,
so with
like,
no result, no nothing, you got 3 years out of the man until he found out, and it's just like, oh, okay, oh well, your prize is you get to walk away.
Yeah,
right.
you knew.
Oh, you get to walk away.
You rolled the dice.
Like, so she don't
Exactly.
nothing wrong with her, nothing,
Yep.
nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Not only do you fuck up the man's life, you know what I'm saying, because he's invested in the child, whether it be financially, mentally, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, you fuck up the child life too, because now the child got to find out, you know, don't have to find out, but when they grow up and they have all these different mannerisms from the person that you assume was the father, you know what I'm saying, like, it's a difference, man.
But that's just learned behavior, really, because he was the only person around. And
not always. It's a lot of times, like when you never really had, you don't have kids, right? So Veda know, Don know, when you have kids, if you're involved in child life, you got to go through all these tests and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to find out to make sure that you're okay, just in case something get passed off down to the child. So you got to take all these different tests and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, you know what I'm saying, you're basically investing into the child.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. But like I say, I only say it's mandatory because it's just like, it's like a receipt. How many times have you ever been somewhere and, you know what I mean, you saw something on the receipt that you didn't order?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
that's all I'm saying. It's just like, oh, hold on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I'm thinking in the terms of, like, we said mandatory, like, regardless of what they do tested. I'm only saying, like, if some men would not care, some men would rather not know to keep everything intact than to know and have to face the fact of like a woman stepped out on you or whatever the case may be. So I mean, some men even have the feeling of their woman not being 100%, but just so afraid to find out of the pain when they do find out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about, like, you know, it should definitely be up to the.
It seems like a pride thing.
No, yes, it got to be more than pride.
You don't want to hurt your, like, you don't want to damage your pride.
So what would you do? Like, Vader, what would you do if you found out, let's say, 7 years down the line, that the child wasn't yours for whatever reason? I don't know, anything come up.
For sure, the relationship would be broken. But as far as the relationship with me and the child, depending on how I bonded with the child, obviously I can say.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because if I thought I was the father, I bonded with the child. Right. I think I would still have some sort of relationship, right, with the child. Obviously, we'll put it in the open and allow that person or the child to know, you know, we're gonna follow your lead, how you feel, what you think. You know what I'm saying? And I would still, you know, be in the child's life like it was mine, because I don't know nothing else. At that point, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to deal with the.
Okay, that's 7 years. Say a year.
Oh no.
I said, I'm gone.
You didn't even think about that.
You just gonna leave cold turkey like that?
I'm out. You know, fuck you guys. That's the only.
I'm gone.
That's the only get back I can get. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really. It's nothing else that you can do at that point. So the only thing you can do is just allow her to do all of it.
What up, Foots?
Do the rest of the 17 years by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And we done seen a lot of women go so fucking hard on a child and how a man is not doing for the child that's not even theirs. Like, man, what's wrong? Like, is that a mental issue or like?
I don't know if it's a mental issue, right? But I just think women understand, and I'm not. It just doesn't go for all women, right?
Right.
But
Oh,
I
of course
think women
not.
understand their power, right? Women understand their power, and if they can hold on to a secret, which they are way more equipped to do so than us, they will. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, like they just pick the best option. And if that's the best option, and it looks like that's the best option for a child moving forward, that's the road she's gonna take. You know what I'm saying?
With that in mind, it's just like shit. You know what I mean? If I was to have a conceived a child, well, have a woman conceive a child.
We got a few comments.
What we got?
Yeah. It's just I gotta keep refreshing it. Technical difficulties. We're trying some new stuff. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure we get into everybody's comments. But Nikki brought up, said my son, dad asked. I told him if he was, yes, never.
So what happened?
I got it for Nikki.
You were reading it.
Yeah. No, she had another one.
He said, yeah.
No, she had another one to reply on.
I think she said she think mandatory should be for unmarried couples.
I think it should be mandatory.
What's up, Bobby?
Either way.
Bobby!
Mary's on here.
Who's I'm in the chat? Pat.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Pat?
Pat. What's up, man?
I just think it should be not necessarily for couples. I think it's just in any situation. Like sometimes you done slipped up and got with a chick, and you know what I'm saying.
Even married
and she done got pregnant, but you could have been hit twice. You know what I'm saying? And she could be messing with some other guy, and she think it's yours. So I just
Anybody know James Lampkin? Just chimed in. Appreciate you, James.
Thanks, Jay.
I don't know. I'm gonna stand on that.
Bobby said child support is a motherfucker.
Ain't it?
Yeah.
Bobby. Tell him, baby. $700 a month right here.
I ain't never seen it, but you know what I mean. Like I said, I stand on it. It's just I believe that it should be something that just included. Just to be sure, because you don't. That's an ugly road to go down, and then you don't want to have to ask. You don't want to have to ask the female for a paternity test, because that's degrading and embarrassing.
Well, they make you feel like that, even though they know that they stepped out. You know what I'm saying? Even though they know that it's a chance that it cannot be yours, they still make you feel like it's, how dare you? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that because it's just like I look at it like having you could be carrying something and then give me some stuff, and they'd be like, man, you know what I mean?
Bobby said
you knew you had it the whole time.
$22.50 a month.
Yeah, that's why he sell all them shoes.
That's
why he shoe plug. Shit, I feel you, Bobby. God damn, yeah, man.
I do think.
And just think, Bobby. Just think you paying for that shit and a child not yours. I know you know it. Your kid. All them motherfuckers look like you.
You know what? That's a good thing.
But just think, you paying for the motherfuckers and them damn kids not even yours.
That's a good thing.
In some states, it don't matter. If you sign off that you the dad, no matter if the child is yours or not. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's legally binding.
Exactly.
That's why, and you see what I'm saying? That's why I think it should be mandatory.
That's why I feel like it should be mandatory. Yeah.
But like you just brought up,
or it should be mandatory. It should be mandatory before you put somebody on child support.
That's what we saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a big one.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could probably do that, saying that yo, this is my baby dad, and I want to put him on child support. How do the courts know
exactly
other than your word? You know what I'm saying? So I think it should be mandatory across the board. Like if you in there while she having a baby, you in there, you should be able to. You know what I'm saying? See what it is. You know what I'm saying?
What up, Foots?
Do you get a return on that if you
return?
No, you laughing up there.
Hell no, you ain't no goddamn
return. So they don't have to give you that money. There's no child support for you paying on a kid that ain't
nothing.
That shit should be illegal.
Nah, it's a loss.
You should be able to
literally asking that. We were doing a training at work, and riding the bus. We were just talking shit, blowing the bus shit. And I'm like, yo, he was telling me
You in there?
he paid for a kid for 15 years. And I was like, man, when you
15
find
years?
out for 15 years he paid on a kid.
That
To
shit.
an older woman. He was 19, she was 26. He paid on the child support, blah blah blah, whatever. And I was like, yo, if you when you find out it wasn't yours, did you get any of that money back, any kind of compensation, anything like that? And he was like, nah, you don't get shit back.
Yeah,
That should be the only thing the judge told him to do. Only thing the judge did was went off on the lady and said that you tried to use this man and everything else.
But don't
tell
get
him that
anything
he
back.
can.
That shit should be
You're free to go, Mr. Such and Such. You know what I'm
like
saying?
all that money could go to like a fucking hitman. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
extortion.
you can get an ass pop. That's
Foot's had a
crazy.
question. I'll put it back up there. Foot's.
I don't know.
Foots.
Foots didn't say nothing. He said whatever.
No, it was, I put it back up there.
Foots had a whole lot of shit to say. What you
Yeah.
talking about? No.
There you go.
Foots. So to answer your question, I don't think it should be mando at all, but I think if whomever in the relationship wants it should be given the opportunity to know or not.
Exactly.
It also depends on how good or bad the relationship is as well, too.
I don't care.
I don't know about the relationship.
I don't really care about
It's just about the kid.
Yeah. Because it could be good, and it just
She just made a mistake.
the whole thing is
You're not wrong.
they have the control. Women have the control over, the outcome, basically. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be. If you're gonna, like, I agree with Don. If you're gonna be paying child support, that's legalized, right? So if it's legalized, and then it got to be some way to where you should be
able to verify that.
be able to verify if you're the child, and if you're the father or not. You know what I'm saying?
Before they start taking money, you should be able to know that you
That
already
the child
own.
is
You know what I'm
yours.
saying?
I think in some states it's like that, but I think in some states it's not. I think
No,
it's
it
like
wasn't really more to the question, V, to answer your question. We were just talking about a video that we had seen, and
Nikki.
about there was little paternity test shows, the judges or whatever the case may be, and she was just milking a guy, and he ended up finding out that it wasn't his. That was all. So it was like, should they be mandatory so these things don't happen, because they happen quite often, more than we think. You know what I'm saying? So just another way to protect ourselves. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't think, and that's another question, I don't think that it's fair that women get to hold all the power when it comes to children, come to conceiving things. And they hold all the cards, all the power, all of everything. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's so lopsided, right? Because it's only one person making the decisions. When one person makes the decision, you got to roll with whatever decision that person makes. The men don't have any decision in any of this stuff, so we just kind of just take it how it comes. And then when we find out that it's not the way it's supposed to be, or the way she said it was, it's just like, oh, okay, well, you get your welcome payment. You can go
That's
ahead.
it. You got the child father.
Yeah,
So
you can go ahead.
you can stay or you can go.
7 years I
That's
could have had with
7 years,
somebody that was my child.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or 4 years that I wasted with this person that I could have with somebody that was my child. You know what I'm saying? And there's no repercussions or nothing, anything in between that. You just say, oh, well,
You ain't never seen a woman getting extorted and going to jail, or
no, you can take
any
any repercussions
repercussions for them.
she should have to go to class because that's bad parenting.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It should be some sort of ramifications behind it, but it's not.
Bobby said you should take the test before. No, he might have said that in a different way. He didn't say that on this one.
Yeah,
You should take the test before you sign the birth certificate.
and that's what we saying, Bobby. That's kind of like what Don was saying. Like, before your name gets put on that birth certificate, you should have to take a paternity test. And that's just how I feel. Yeah. Like,
that shouldn't be.
that way it's guaranteed. You already know, hey, this is my child. You know what I'm saying? We already know it ain't just the women that make the mistakes. The men do too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, women cover up a lot of things. They try to cover up a lot of things. So we got to make sure that it's even across the board, so nothing will come down.
Well,
it's for the child too. You got to think about it. Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Speaking of V, why do you feel like it's just? We're not speaking just this one situation, and we're talking about just in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about even if the person don't have doubt,
Oh,
they should get DNA test. I feel like they should. I should only if they have doubts. I should feel like they should get a paternity test, or if they're taking a person to child support, like Don said, they should get a paternity.
And I feel like
even then,
doubts or not, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men don't have. These are the men that's taking care of the kids that's not theirs, are the ones that don't have doubts.
Yeah.
Because they're trusting that the woman
is
telling the truth, right? Like you're not even thinking in your mind like this child could not be mine, because you know what I'm saying. You could be with this woman for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like this is the only person that you're the only person that she's having sex with. And you don't know if she's having sex with anybody else. You just feel like that's just what it is.
I can't go back to the question. So, V, what's your situation? You said she was
she was in a similar situation.
Yeah, she said she was in a similar situation.
V, what happened,
baby? Started dropping some comments.
Nothing. I'm up to date on the comment. Nothing yet. Oh, let me go back. She didn't say specifically. She just said she was in a similar situation.
Right.
I said Nikki, not V.
Nikki. Nikki.
I honestly feel like
she was just saying that they was should be mandatory for unmarried. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like it should be mandatory, period, because you need 100% confirmation.
Let that man decide. Yeah,
I shouldn't have to find out when it's.
V said it was a long story. She said it's a long story.
I feel you, V.
She said it's a voice, is a phone conversation.
Yeah, I know.
We'll talk to you after. But that's what I mean. It's like I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like it should be mandatory because you shouldn't have to wait until you start having doubts. You should have to know through the door. This is what it is. This is this is y'all child together. There's nothing else to talk about. But later on down the road, something going on, and then you find out that'll piss you off. It's like, man, I wasted all this damn time. Like,
Q said it should be mandatory for everyone.
Exactly. I agree. I swear, I agree, Q. Yep. It should just be mandatory, man.
Yeah.
If your name going on that birth certificate,
we got a
DNA test that got to be involved.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before your name can be on this certificate, we have to do a DNA test. I'm sorry. That's if you want to be on this certificate.
Yeah, you got to think about the child too, man. In the long run, the child
he or she should know their biological father.
Yep. Regardless of the situation, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of us, man. That's just as human beings, we don't want to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we have to. You know, a lot of decisions we make affect the children. They do. It affects them in the long run. It's a lot of shit you don't understand about a lot of shit men don't understand about their kids. You know why?
99.
Because it means
99.
99 what?
On the bed.
Oh.
He on Aaron Rodgers. Hey, we at work.
It's a lot. Got his ass.
2 in a row.
We watching the game as we talking about it, but it's really good though. Yeah, I see now the wife she asked me, she was like, do you want a test to make sure they're yours? And I'm just like, personally, me, I wouldn't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What you mean you wouldn't care?
I wouldn't care if it was or wasn't.
Yours?
Yeah, because I'm still here. Though? I'm still be there. I didn't already checked in with him.
I don't think you can say that.
I didn't already checked in with him. I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna be pissed.
What he's saying is when you do find out, right? That is not yours.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the relationship with the children are going to be broken or tampered with, because I think you already built the bond.
Yeah.
But does the marriage take a hit?
Man.
Does it take a hit?
I'm only laughing because he laughed.
No, that's a serious question.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, what if it's Chico, but everybody else is good? It's hard, man. It's hard.
That's some hard shit.
It's a hard decision.
And it happens.
I think at that
point,
some guys wouldn't give a fuck though.
Yeah, at that stage of the race, I think I would have had more feelings in the early stage than I would like at him now. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 or 2, I'd have had them feelings, but 8 at this point in time, it's like, oh well, shit.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like
you gotta cook every day.
I think the kid relationship would be okay.
You gotta make cakes every day now.
We talking about if you found out that your wife held it in for 7, 8 years. You know what I'm saying?
You find out. I mean, at that point in time, I'd have been like, yo, that was fucked up, bro. Right. But at this stage of the race, I'm gonna be mad, but it's one of them like
it's always Chico.
Chico.
I don't know.
A little DMX.
Damn, Bobby, you leaving?
For me, it'd probably
Bobby said, "Fuck that marriage and that kid."
Bobby said, "I'm out this motherfucker." Bobby said, "I got enough. That's mine."
I said, "Fuck it, I'm coming to the show next week." Nah, I agree with Bobby though. At that point, it's only two choices at that point.
Exactly.
What? Hold on. Let me go back.
Right, you gotta be going.
You gotta be
no
going.
choice because
Let me go back to.
you can never really trust the
It
woman
ain't gonna
again.
never be the
It'll never be
same,
the
man.
I think it's situational. You know what I'm saying? And me thinking about situational in that situation is like, because I'm already locked in.
Situational.
Yeah.
Till the kids get 18 and then you gone.
No.
How does that work?
Me at that time, currently, you know what I'm saying?
Like we talking only everything right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm upset. Like, man, that's fucked up. But at the same time, it's like shit. I'm already locked in. I ain't no, like at that point in time, I don't even care no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wouldn't care because I didn't already locked in too long. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I'm just different.
Plus, prior to the marriage, I was already dealing with a girl that already had a baby. You see what I'm saying? So I was already grooming to be stepdad before I was stepdad. You know what I'm saying? Out in Iowa. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of them where it was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like you already there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't lock in with the kid, lock in with the moms, and then really start putting together that family because coming up, we didn't have no fucking family. You see what I'm saying? So why would I
Deprive?
Yeah, because of a technicality. You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass technicality, but I'm not finna leave a hole in that situation. Now, if the situation was bad, you know what I'm saying? Like if we not getting along and none of that shit like that, that's another story. But if everything is going,
said she'll do it. She did it once, she'll do it again.
Yeah, man.
So
I feel like it's situational. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm gonna go back to yeah, it's up there. Sometimes biological father decided that before birth they didn't want to be involved in the child's life. Yeah.
The biological father. You ain't got no choice. You biological motherfucker. You gonna pay some type of way.
Chill.
You know what I'm saying?
How do we get him in to take the DNA test though?
I feel like if he don't come in, I feel like it should be a court order to come in to take that. Otherwise, we gonna proceed with you did. Yeah. But I feel like in order to proceed with those, you have to take this test. You see what I'm saying? So either way, it's a summons.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna take it.
Either way, it should be a summons.
If it's not, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's some weak ass shit.
I hate that for you, B, because I'm a firm believer that you're not getting my child if I don't trust you with my last name. So if I can't marry you, because whatever, like if I honestly wholeheartedly don't believe you're gonna carry my last name, well, I'm damn sure not gonna give a baby to you. That's not my thing.
Oh, V asked, I think it was for me.
About your life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if we didn't already locked in, we 16 years in, bro. Like at that point in time, that shit ain't gonna too much matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's hard if I don't know. Well, for me, I wouldn't see it as being hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like shit already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not a whole lot that can supply. You know what I'm saying?
You got the start over factor. You got the
at that point in time, you gotta cook my favorite meal every time. That's the only way we make that up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like there's nothing that you can do about the situation.
Don't call me that shit. Stop calling me Uncle Reese.
Nah, hell no.
Because you know, like it's that chemistry that you have.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blow that situation up like that. I'm gonna go to Foots. He put something up there too. Damn, I wish I was gonna see the color. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She say he looked like Chico do look like you, bro. She got that long ass face. You know what I'm saying? So that means that you really are my brother.
And it be like it's crazy
because what's the name? Jalen got fucking. He got her brother's hands. You know what I'm saying?
Find out after all this time that the kid. It'd be weird because all my nephews got something odd about them. Like
it hurts
thinking about. One of them remind me of me.
That's why I said the women don't have to bear that burden because they know those kids. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Bobby said, as a man, all we really have is our pride in the situation.
That's it.
And I think, yeah, you got your pride, but it's like at the cost of the kid. It's like you could tuck that shit and keep it moving, bro. If you done locked in with that kid for 8 years, you locked in with that woman for 15, 20, however long, bro. Fuck that pride out the door. You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's a situation when it's gonna go off of each individual person.
See, so the mandatory wouldn't be matter to you then?
No,
you know
not
what?
at all.
How do you
I go in there with no problem.
Even with that being
I'm
said,
saying,
how do you proceed? Like, do you
if
tell the child like?
You don't tell him shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't disrupt his life. You know what I'm saying? Or her life. Because they've already established that you
there.
there.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
things
I feel like
that,
at that point you should acknowledge the kid so he can.
What if he find out later on that what if it come out? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it'll matter. If he find out that I wasn't his dad all these many years and I still stayed, I think that's
that's the same thing.
You feel like it is, but it might be something to where like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
I do think, like, as far as him knowing, as far as the child knowing, but I don't think you should, like you were saying, like, start a new path. Like,
no. Like, I just feel like when I say you start a new path,
it's still boys and my kids. It's still boys and my kids.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
100. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, like, you find a new path. Like, we still family. I'm still your father, but I'm not your biological father. Because I want you to know who your real dad is.
Right. I wouldn't say shit.
You know what I'm saying? If something happened to you,
I wouldn't say shit, and I wouldn't care if you want. If you found out, and then you ask me, I'm gonna keep it playing with you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's the case.
She said the kids are innocent, but the woman is not the same. I agree. The kids are innocent in this, but what should we do about women that do it? We need one opinion from a woman. What do you do?
What do you think should happen?
What do you do? How do you prevent this woman from doing it again?
And it could be different scenarios. What if a man has been paying child support for 15 years?
He deserves.
Then all of a sudden he find out this child is not his. You know what I'm saying? Like what should happen? What should happen after that?
You should be able to double.
Bobby, your ass is
what he said.
Wow. Said them innocent kids gotta leave with their guilty ass mama.
Bobby said they all suffer.
and see that's a clear difference, and like it's just different situation. You know what I'm saying? It's different situation. Like go back to the Iowa girl, right? It was only me, her, and it was only me, her, and Nano at that time, right? So that was the only one. You know what I'm saying? Now, had he got to like 8, and it was me, her, and him, and there's only us 3 in that motherfucker, I can't say if I'd have said the same thing. I might have been on some shit like, well, we ain't going good.
Right.
So ain't no need for me to stay with you because there's no happily ever after with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then just find out that he not mine. It's like, well, shit, I'm gone in that situation. But in the situation now where I'm already locked in the front and locked in the rear, it's like, who gives a fuck if the middle one ain't there? You in the batch with all of them. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna treat him different.
I do, and I think boy should get his money back.
I genuinely feel like
she should
his money back.
Hell yeah.
There's no way.
They not gonna get that money back.
Yeah. Getting that man's money back.
Hell no.
She ain't got the money to get that nigga money
and she not gonna pay him back alimony, child support. Is that what it be called? They don't even have a word for that shit. They just have to call that bitch a child refund.
And then niggas say you treat them the same way as women should, man. Have a side baby, fuck her and the kid, fuck them kids and her. But I mean, that's a given. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
When a man
you
is
get your walking paper,
child,
you get your walking paper. That's the only thing you get. That's our reward.
Man. We got
some shit that we already, you know what I'm saying? We had nothing to do with to begin with. Already.
What did he say?
I think I'm very nonchalant to the fact that I should never find out a child of mine who really hate me.
Probably wouldn't have taken a check because I would have killed the goddamn mama.
I might spit on the baby in the
oh my god.
As soon as they bring it up, I'm like, sorry, Mr. Pierce, for that choice.
Yeah, man.
You should still continue to
she fucked us both.
I'm gonna spike his ass.
Just still keep a relationship with the kid, basically. And when he get old enough to understand, he or she get old enough to understand, explain it to him, and then let them decide.
I feel like they respect you.
But
you
as
know what
far
I'm
as
saying?
the
A lot
woman,
more.
it's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? Here, but the woman, yeah. I'm sorry, man.
If I'm a stick,
That's gonna hit different.
We're not saying you should. We're not saying, Bobby, we're not saying you should stay devoted to the kids. You don't have to. You can walk the fuck away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're saying, like, now that you invested so much into these kids and the kid only knows you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's rough to just walk away from a little shorty, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to lie that I probably would be as, I don't know, I don't want to say as devoted or as great as a parent as I was, but he can still depend on me. I'm going to still be there for advice, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, phone calls, whatever he needs. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no choice. I don't know nothing else.
I'm gonna wait till you turn 18.
I don't know. Like I say, that's
your ass.
like if it's a baby, it's easier to walk away. If it's like a middle school, elementary, you know, they not gonna understand. You know what I'm saying? If it's high school, you know what I'm saying, you can probably have a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? And like how you said, just be like, yo, I'm still advice, you know, anything you need, woo, shit like that. We can be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be somebody that you can talk to. I'm talking about as like a teenager. Like teenager, you can talk to them like that, but like middle school, grade school.
I can tell him I'll still be your dad.
Yeah.
You still want me to show up to parent conferences or
right there,
daddy dance or some shit like that?
I
I'll
make
still
it
be
to those ages.
there.
It's like, you know what I mean? You made it past 10, 12 years. It's like, this is my kid. It's all I know. He or she is all I know. So it's like
Veronica and Bobby got a back and forth. Veronica and Bobby got a back and forth.
What they talking about?
He was like, he said, who goes into work after they got fired? You know what I'm saying? He goes to work after and work for free after they got fired.
Right.
And then, you know, V was saying that the child is innocent. And the woman that
the child is, of course, the child is innocent.
I'm sure they realize how and they
You know,
come
the
in
child
hot.
is innocent, man.
The kid's mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I say, like, I wouldn't disrupt
A lot of shit go into play. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we as adults, we put our kids in these situations. You know what I'm saying? We do. We got to think. And a lot of women don't. And a lot of men don't either. Shit.
I like that, Bobby. What he said, the problem is that the women isn't right. And staying for the kids gives the woman what she wants anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that again, that's a situational because every woman ain't like that. You see what I'm saying?
The thing about it is, you ain't got to stay
the
for
penalty is letting her deal with that motherfucker by herself.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you already got a bond, then
you made this
she
bed,
still
you got
wins.
to lie.
She still wins. You don't do nothing. She still wins.
And the crazy part about it, she put you in that situation because she knew that was going to be the outcome regardless. You know what I'm saying? She knew that you was going to be a stand-up enough motherfucker to be there, regardless if it was the child was yours or not.
Yeah, that don't mean one person got to stay.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That shit like roulette. It's like,
yeah. But
you like Bobby, is you drinking?
Yeah, you snap the motherfucking kid's neck like, fuck, this ain't mine.
He said, help the innocent child find his father.
He said, what happened?
Help the innocent child find his father.
Well, sometimes you got to, though. Yeah, I agree, Bobby. Shit, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Now V saying you gotta stay for the kid and not be involved be involved with any means. I don't know how you stay for the kid and not be involved with the mom because you know the mom gonna be possessive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she gonna be like, no, you can't see my son. He not yours type shit.
Exactly. When she gets
So
upset,
it's tough.
Wouldn't that be very fucked up if like
Oh, I'm gonna go back to
all
foots.
these years you thought everything was everything, but then
Some-
your kid needs
and look,
blood
geez,
transfusion.
some states you locked in. If you sign the motherfucking birth certificate, that's it. You the child, no matter. You the father, no matter what.
But they shouldn't let you
But
sign
even
the
if you're
birth
not the
certificate.
motherfucking child,
But
You
like
should-
what I'm saying,
You
it's
shouldn't be able to
biological.
leave the hospital
Right.
with the baby until
You
both
know,
names are on the
exactly.
birth
Hell
certificate,
yeah.
and with
Oh.
only both names could be on the birth certificate if tests have been shown.
Exactly.
So the baby got to stay there regardless.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. Because
So
that be
with all this
fucked up?
being said, though, why do they get the final say on having kids? Why don't men have a say
That's
so
the
in
problem.
abortion? Then?
That's the
Because
issue right there.
Yes.
Why don't you know what I'm saying?
And we don't even know the answer to that. You see,
Abortion.
we don't
I
even
know.
know.
I
Yeah.
know the answer.
What's
It's
the
because this woman brought this child in the world, so she gonna tell this motherfucker this is who his father is.
Right.
It's like, all right, well, she
No, we're
knows
talking
she
about
labeled it.
if you ask a woman about abortion, she gonna say it's nothing. The men have no say so in this. It's her body, it's her things and that nature. Her, you know what I'm saying? But we going through a whole list of things that women do.
I mean,
Sometimes to manipulate the situation.
Because they have control. Exactly.
Why is it a two-way street? Why is it a one-way street when it comes to abortion?
Because it's a woman's body, and you know that's something she got to deal with. You know what I mean? I've saw some of the pictures that come with having an abortion. Them motherfuckers, idiots, heroic. God knows, like I ain't never seen shit like that until I saw.
We had a comment from YouTube, Nick.
What up, Nick? But it's just like, bro.
He said you should strap up if you didn't want no kids. That's a fact.
100%.
That's a fact.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. All this would be avoided if you strapped up. 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
And I 100% break.
No. I said 100%. If you strap up, and then you know that's the way. Best way of you know what I'm saying.
But wrong.
Prevent it. No, that's the best way to prevent it, but it's not 100%. You know what I'm saying? Foolproof, I guess if you want to call it.
Yeah.
But now that the pregnancy is here, the child is here, so what do you do?
Right. I mean, realistically, it's just, to me, it is what it is. It's just going to be one of those things that some people just going to feel strong in where they're going to stick around. I'm not a person that's like that.
This motherfucker is. Bobby, when are you coming, bro? You are live and in person, bro. He is live tonight, baby. Yes, sir. Me knows the question, but the question was if a man found out kids, he found who are not.
This one will pop up on him. The fast card, but he said something.
Hey V, my name's Don. This is Reese Vader. And that's Isaiah. Just get the names over. You know what I mean? Even though I don't have a problem with yellow cap because that's close to black and yellow. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a problem with that.
Do we have an intro for this now?
We do.
I'm mad at you, V. You wasn't here.
She was late. V was late. You know what I'm saying? She was late. Said fast car on PS5.
So this don't have anything. Y'all skipping over the abortion fact that a man shouldn't have any say so in an abortion. But with all this stuff that we explained and going through, you still think that the man should have no and just leave the one with all the power.
Right.
Do you want me to put that one up?
No, I'm asking the question.
No, that's what I'm saying. I can put that up.
Oh, yeah, put it
up.
That ain't fair that a woman. That is not fair that a woman is the sole person that can decide whether she have an abortion or not. But again, like I said, I saw those pictures. It's like, man, you're not the person that's going to lay down and let these people do this to you. I mean, that'll take a toll on your body. But I mean, again, that go back to was it Sean? It go back to you know what I mean, strapping up, which is.
all that shit you talking about, and you gonna say that the man should have no say so in having an abortion?
Said no say so.
Choice when we go wrong. Lose the choice when we go wrong. No, we didn't. We chose to go wrong. That was
switching gears to the abortions.
I mean, even if the man strap up, even if he did strap up, should I say, that has nothing to do with a woman being conniving.
Sex is too
we
hard.
agreed to go.
A woman can't.
And that's a responsibility of both parties.
We're
speaking in the fact that
situation.
I'm an only partner. You saying that if I'm an only partner?
What depends on the situation?
Veronica said it depends on the abortion situation.
It
depends on the situation.
I know,
abortion,
but
right.
What I'm saying is, I agree with it depends on the situation, but it's going to take 100% honesty from that woman.
Yep.
It's going to take her to say, hey, I'm sleeping with 3 guys. I'm
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't never going to happen. Right.
Bobby said we lose choices if we go
when
wrong.
we go wrong.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's true.
But
it shouldn't be.
No. But that's only works if I'm the only person she's sleeping with wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can lose your choice. I mean, you can go raw and she's sleeping with this nigga raw too. But it's his baby. That don't got nothing to do with me going
That's
raw.
why I disagree right there. It's like, shoot, I'm telling you to the game. girl, do you see my dad in my life? You know I'm gonna be an ancient father. Like it's hereditary. Like you should know this.
It's not so strong.
This is not my choice. My dad wasn't here. I'm out. Like, I'm gonna make sure this motherfucker made it here. Yeah, bye. Like that's it.
And Nikki said that's another one of the things that should be discussed before you hop in the bed. I don't know.
Discuss.
Come on now.
Who the fuck discuss shit when they have to?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
That's why I'm like, I
I'm
don't know.
gonna tell you, I'm finna be the greatest father in the world to get in the bed with you. Like, what are you crazy?
That's so, Nikki. You gonna say when a man sleep with you, you gonna say without a condom. Wait, I slept with 4 other motherfuckers without a condom. No, not gonna happen.
It's not gonna be a lot of honesty. It's not gonna be a lot of honesty behind that, man.
No,
it's too hard of a thing, and this is why I say we should have a say so. It should be a say so. It should just be a say so because you can't trust one person to make all the decisions for everything. You don't trust that woman to say that you're the only person that she's sleeping with.
Not only
unprotected, you gotta trust
that, brother. It's just the point that you're one half of the parent, and I'm the other half. So it should. My vote has to count. My vote has to count somewhere. So it's like, why is it just a one-sided thing? I never agree with that.
I don't agree with it. I never did. It's just something that it is what it is, and you gotta deal with it.
She said if it, Veronica said if it's a fling, then you don't get a choice. If it's like a one night stand, I agree with that. If it's a one night stand,
who don't get a choice in what?
The guy. If it's a one night stand, the guy wouldn't get a choice.
Why?
That's what she
So
said.
you
I'm just reading.
dumb. You gonna fly off the handle and be stupid.
No, I'm saying
I ain't saying Veronica.
That should be a real reason why we should have
Exactly.
No. That's what I'm saying. That she said in the relationships, it should be a together conversation. If it's a one night stand, the girl got pregnant, the guy gone, she going to.
That should come.
You know what I'm saying? He not gonna get to say something because he gone.
With a plan B.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. I get you on that one.
But even then, you know what's crazy? It's like the percentage of women that actually, unfortunately, get
but a conversation
in the
is
world
not
and have babies after that.
like you need to be 100%, not 50-50. It can't be you on and he off, and then you go have the baby, and then
She said in the beginning. She answered you. Nikki answered you. She said in the beginning, she gonna tell him that, so it's no surprises.
I mean, that's honorable. What if you fucking 2 cups in? The Casamigos, man.
I mean,
that shit don't come
Nicole,
up.
to answer your question, people make bad decisions all the time.
Nicole said if you don't trust her
make
enough, why
mistakes,
sleep with her in the first place?
So
I
mean,
That's just what
just because you sleep with somebody without
Casamigos.
protection, it doesn't mean
exactly right.
I don't know. I'm just no.
You're right though.
having a baby. What?
No, Nicole was like, if you don't trust her, why would you sleep with her unprotected in the first place? I was like Casamigos, but I wouldn't know. I have no idea. That's what I hear.
That's what I said. People make bad decisions all the time. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean it should be a baby.
You got to know how to handle the situation.
That situation.
That's crazy. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
You know, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. And
I feel like you just got to always be honest. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard to be, but that's just what it is. You got to be honest, man. Got to be honest. Situation, you got to think about all outcomes. And I know it's hard especially when you're younger. You know what I'm saying? Or even when you're single and you just sleeping around, shit.
Some people just be wanting a baby. And that just be crazy.
Yeah.
That's the most craziest thing in the world to me. You just want a baby.
Man, you got women that
whoever
plot.
laid
You know what I'm
it
saying?
in.
They see, oh, this is a good man. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
oh yeah, we got that part. We were just elaborating, stretching it out.
Yeah,
saying,
it was just a little extra piece on the abortion part.
What you were talking about to Don as far as him staying with his wife, finding out whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but as far as like the abortion thing, I think it should be like you can't do nothing about a one night stand. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have contact information on them or some shit like that to give them the opportunity to like, yo, I'm pregnant. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that information, then I believe you should be able to go in and
but
make that decision for
I feel
yourself.
like a man
you know what I'm saying?
don't have a say so in that. You know what I'm saying?
If you had to say
because
so
they
in
don't
making
have-
it, you know what I'm saying?
They
may not have it, but
we
I feel
can't
like
carry
you
the
should.
child, so this is like
Because what if
and I'm not saying.
what
I'm
if
not
it's a
saying
one
that he
night
can say-
stand where he want the baby?
No, I'm not even saying. I'm not even saying.
It
that's
may be
another
some
thing
weird
too.
people out there like
Yeah,
that, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, what if? I'm not saying he can make her have the abortion. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he should have to say so. So when you have it without my permission and I'm not available, I'm not there for the child.
That's your fault.
Then what?
That's your fault.
I told you this now. You know what I'm saying? So how?
If she decides to keep it,
like if she lied and said it was my kid, all I get, my reward is I get to walk away. So if I tell you I don't want a kid and you go out and have a kid, then what does that mean?
You should be fairly enough to walk away.
But that comes with the territory fucking without a condom, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a gamble that you gotta take. You know what I'm saying?
Not even that, because you could be just
it's y'all
could be dead ass on and been in it for like 2-3 years, and this man is telling you he focused on his career, or focused on not having.
That was for you,
that's
Veronica's question.
Hell no.
It's the very last one. Or before Nikki.
But man can also.
She was like, man can also walk away from a woman and leave her as a single mom.
Now with them papers,
I know, but see, this is the point I'm trying to make. You can walk away, but if she go and file child support, they gonna find you.
Hell yeah.
They gonna find you, so you don't get to walk away. You never get to walk away. You get to walk away only if you find out the kid ain't yours after she lied on you.
Exactly.
Now,
but you don't get your
money
back.
Reversed, when the role is, and you still don't get your money back. When the role is reversed, and she say Ben is the dad, they going to find Ben, and that's it. Ain't nothing you can say. You told her you don't want the kid. I ain't finna be involved. I ain't gonna come around. I ain't gonna do shit.
How you know he mine?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
If he didn't,
find him.
no, that's what I'm saying. They'll find him
to make sure this is your kid or not.
How? I didn't sign the birth certificate.
That doesn't matter. All she needs is your name.
That's what I'm saying. Like that shit crazy, bro.
All she needs is your name. That's it.
So it could be anybody.
Yeah.
But I think at that point in time, that's when you petition for the paternity test to find out for sure. Because if you find out for sure,
they'll start mailing the crib. Yeah, all type
no, that's what I'm saying. But like once you into litigation with the shit,
especially if you know a job or something where you work.
Oh, they come and get that. Yeah, they come and get that.
You don't get the walk away from kids. She said her daughter dad was supposed to pay and never got a dime.
She never got a dime?
Yeah, she never got that.
Who was this?
Nikki said that.
They can find if he ain't got no money.
If he don't got no money,
they got to be able to pull it from somewhere.
Yeah,
if they ain't got nowhere to pull it from.
That's one thing.
Q said every woman don't file child support neither.
Oh, they should. They should, especially if it's not, if they don't know, or if they know. I mean, that's what I mean to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you know for a fact that this is the child father, you should be able to file child support.
They said Bobby said they give you a test after you find out.
It depends on what state it is.
They give you a test after what?
After you find out you're on child support, they give you a test.
I ain't getting no test.
No, they give you a test when they find you. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
What they do? You no test?
Huh?
I ain't take no test.
You live in the wrong state.
Ain't you on her birth certificate?
Hell yeah.
That's your test.
You mind, Chacha?
280. So Nikki, you saying that he was ordered to pay $283 a month and never got a dime? I bet you they're looking for him. I bet you his license suspended. He ain't got to wait scot-free unless he's gone to like another state or something like that.
Or dead.
Unfortunately, but it ain't. He ain't get away because.
How do you want to
look at unfortunately. Well, what I'm saying is, when they find him, believe me, he pays all that back. They don't be on his ass.
Lorraine says paternity tests are mandatory if you file for child support.
No, they not. No, they not.
What state? Lorraine, what state?
What state you are?
But you are already on the birth certificate.
It still depends on what state. It depends on what state.
So if you not on the birth certificate, they have to give you a paternity test before child support.
Depending on the state.
Depending on the state. Okay.
That's even if the other person signed a birth certificate, right?
She was in Illinois or nationwide. Correct.
Man, all right.
It's pretty bad.
Just run all over there.
Yes, you did, Nikki. Yes, you did.
Yep, sure did. She graduated.
She said she's
24,
24,
no
graduated, no kids. She done a hell of a job for sure.
Great job. Yeah, great job. Just take your whole womb out.
Why don't we congratulate people for what they supposed
If you're not on the birth certificate.
Because we talk about the ones that don't do what they're supposed to do. You got to be both ways.
We congratulate the ones who doing. I've never been in jail, motherfucker. You ain't supposed to. Like, you high?
But they give parties for motherfuckers that come home from jail.
Why do we congratulate people for stupid shit? So that's another question.
It's the world, bro. That's
No,
save it for the next one.
I haven't had a kid and I'm 30 years old. Because you're not supposed to. It's technically
It's not.
when you get married.
It's not that you not supposed to. It's just that it's so many of us that do.
In
So-
high school, man, how many women you went to high school with that was pregnant? High school.
I walked into school first
Yeah.
year with a girl that was pregnant. That shit surprised the shit out of me. I didn't know that shit. I was stealing bikes.
Yes,
I was like, hey, damn. Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
mean,
No offense to you, Nikki. I know I sound like
He said, Bobby said they give you a test when they find you before you even make a payment. So, what if did they test your daughter, Nikki?
That's a good question.
Test her for
Like, did they get DNA stamp from my daughter? Because then, I don't know.
She said she didn't have it. They did without. They made it
Right,
without.
I'm saying, but she went 24 years without getting a dollar. Oh, without validation.
No, 100%. I get what you're saying. I'm
She
just
said
saying,
no.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
No, they didn't
No,
take
they
the
didn't
DNA
They
sample.
take DNA.
That's
sample.
so
What if they took? What I'm saying is, what if they took a DNA sample and then they take his DNA sample and it wasn't his?
Oh, yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking. He signed a paper at the hospital.
No, way, he done.
He done. Yep, he is.
Told you, you got
Don't
it.
look for him. They'll be coming around the mountain. So final thoughts on paternity test. Should it be mando?
I feel like it should be mando. You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling though.
I feel like we got a lot of questions that's unanswered. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different situations. I feel like it'll nip everything in the bud if you just do DNA before you sign a birth certificate. That's what I'm saying.
You can't sign a birth certificate
Can't
without
sign a birth
having
certificate without
paternity.
DNA. Yep, paternity test. Yep.
And I also feel, in addition to that, if you see, I don't know how you would do that. Like, well, I guess if you playing a step parent and the other parent not there, you know what I'm saying, but you signing up to take on the job, you already know it's not yours.
Oh, that's
I
different.
believe, no,
Yeah,
I'm saying,
that's
like,
different.
I believe you should be able to, I guess you can adopt them
Yeah.
or her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like,
Something else.
Even without the court, I feel like if you stepping up to say you're gonna do that job, like you know, if to be a parent, that's not a I'm in or I'm out type thing. You know what I'm saying? If you stepping up to be that parent, you in. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it.
One last question from B. She said, should the father be responsible, speaking on Nick's situation, should the father be responsible for college, even if he came back into the, picture late?
Yeah, you don't know. If you
And he the
A,
He the father.
Hell yeah.
This is what I think.
100%.
This is what I think.
Yeah.
If you sign the birth certificate, if you for sure the
Are you
dad,
asking like, does he owe like back pay for college? What you saying?
Man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They gotta pay. If I gotta fucking pay, and I know I'm the damn child father, then shit. Of course that motherfucker gotta pay too.
yeah, I don't think I think if you step up to be in a child's life, bro, it shouldn't be no way you can sign out for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't understand why a father wouldn't
No,
want
that's not
pay
fair,
for
though.
college.
I think if you sign a paper and you find out that it's not yours, you should be able to step away.
Oh yeah, you should.
Now,
that should be your
I-
choice.
You should be your choice.
It should be a choice. Yeah, for
It should be
sure.
your choice to step away.
I'm talking about if you step up and you know that's not yours.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
not without the court, just on some solid
That's
shit.
your choice though. You chose to say this is my son with or daughter with regardless of the outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just don't.
What if the dad comes back?
If the dad comes back, I mean, I feel like that you should have like squatters' rights or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been here. You know what I'm saying? You can't push me out.
You should have privilege over
but I think it's like that.
I think you should.
I think it's after like 6 months. It's something like that where they lose their parental rights if they don't take care of the child for a certain amount of months.
I think you should. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be like a joint thing.
As if the absentee parent came back.
Right.
And the step parent.
Yeah, I think if they're not in the child life for
I don't think you should be able to push them out like that.
Oh no, I don't worry about. I mean,
no, legally they do.
I don't agree with that.
No, they do.
No, I'm saying I agree with that. Like, it's nothing wrong.
But if he came back, that you think that he wants to be in a child's life, or she wants to be in her child's life,
we don't have to prove it now.
Yeah, what I'm saying that. But do she still get he or she still get like say so?
No.
I don't think so.
And things of that nature. Like
you gotta ask.
She said it's called abandonment.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's called abandonment.
Because you can't come back after
years and
think I'm gonna get out the picture.
Okay.
Nah, bro, you can work your way back in it, but you're not gonna move me off this spot.
I didn't say move you. I just said you add me to it.
Oh, for sure, I'm with that. Yeah.
I didn't say
But you don't get to say so.
I'm just saying that just because I come back and I'm ready to do what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what's going on with my life. Like something could have been on in my life. I got it together. Now I'm back and I'm ready to be in my child's life.
Yeah.
Now I'm asking, do I get added to the decision makings about my child?
I think you don't get.
Do I get to step in and start making decisions?
I don't think you get a seat at the table.
Just like nobody else.
Yeah, I don't think you should get a seat at the table. You should be able to be in the room, but you shouldn't get a seat at the table.
That's crazy.
I say not immediately.
You know what I'm saying? Like I you can't sit at this table. You ain't putting nothing in on this motherfucker.
Because at the end of the day, we don't know if it's gonna be here or not.
Even if the child is an adult, I still have umpteen years with my child to create a relationship in a bond.
I'm talking about kid
just
wise.
because you did 18 years, that's not my child's life.
But once the child is old enough to make their own decisions, then that's the decision that they need to make with
I guess that's true too. Yeah, that's definitely true too.
Yeah.
Once the child's adult,
It don't matter at that point. I'm talking about during the kid years. The kid years, you can't sit at my table.
Yeah, I don't know. Because you ain't been proved. The only thing you proved is
I
you're
think
gonna
I
walk
would.
away.
I think I would be open.
When shit get hard, you're gonna walk away. So you want to come back now, you think it's okay, and you ready, and then now all of a sudden 6 months down the road, you ain't ready.
It's a slippery slope too.
It is.
Because what if it
depends on the situation.
one side of the fence and the other side of the fence, and you gotta say so, like what I'm saying. Well, yeah, But I just think that it should be. I don't think you should take that away from the child. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm your stepfather and I'm always gonna be there, that real connection with the real parent that's actually gonna do the right thing is important, and it's something that you can't replace.
I agree.
I put it like this. I'm not gonna say you're not finna just come in a situation that's already been built, a home that's already been built. You know what I'm saying? 5-6 years. Like let's say the dad left day one, or let's give him year one. Year one he left. Now he coming back year 14, right?
Oh no, that's too long.
It's like, bro, you can come back and you can be reintroduced to your son and your daughter, but
that person's like not necessarily making his own decision.
They not, but they still a child. I'm talking about like at 18, 19, you're an adult. You can go to jail. You can 6 or 7.
He come in.
Yeah,
He like, yo,
you still can't sit at my table. You still can't sit at my table because I didn't already put 6 years in when you was gone.
I know, but if he wasn't in a position, let's say he come back.
Let's say prison.
What?
Prison, cool. You can
come
sit at the table.
Say he come back from prison and he opened up what you call it, lawn service or something.
Yeah,
you know
you can sit at the table.
Like, hey, I got my
because
shit
you wasn't gone. You was gone because of a mistake. You was gone because of a mistake.
What if he was living in another state or something like that? He did know you. She did know the kid was here. He was gone. 19. He comes back. I'm 25. Like I'm more mature. I understood. I didn't understand at 19, but I understand at 25.
I think that's
I think, yeah.
fans too.
Together.
I think
that's
yes,
the circumstance.
but it's situational.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? So
I like
depending on the situation,
I like the situation.
yeah, like I'm never gonna deny somebody, you know what I'm saying, a fair share at trying to do the right thing. You see what I'm saying? I stepped up to do the right thing, and I'm not Xing you out. You know what I'm saying? Just respect the fact that I've been here and I'm gonna stay here. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a bad thing to have two dads. You know what I'm saying? Like the more parental figures you have around you, the better. You know what I'm saying? But like you're not finna chime in, you know what I'm saying, and think you finna sit in my seat. You know what I mean?
Come back, never, if you've never been there, if you just find out he has another child because he thought I had an abortion. I lost my life. No, you can't.
That's another phone call. That's another phone
That's a
call.
whole nother.
Look, Jimmy G, they like, yeah, Jimmy G, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy.
Tony Dungy ain't dead yet.
Nope.
Damn.
So final thoughts for me is I'm still on the outside of mandatory. I don't think it should be mandatory.
No.
I think that it should still be up to the father's discretion of whether or not he wants to have a paternity test. Well, I guess it could be the mother's discretion too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's mandatory because too many sneaky motherfucking women out here. I feel like you gotta know up front.
But I mean, like, I think it can ruin something by knowing. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's going. Of course, it's going. Yeah.
But I'm saying some people wouldn't care. The thought of just being their kid and be okay, but when they find out,
you got to give them that choice, though, right? Just think if you don't do it, and then later on, they might not care, but shit, at the same time, it's still gonna bring up some shit. You want to nip it in the bud right away. You know what I'm saying? If I decide to stay in this child life, then I know what it comes with. You know what I'm saying? I know it comes with me. If the child wants to find, his biological father, I got to help him. You know what I'm saying? It's just, instead of just saying, oh, well, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be here. And I'm in a child life, and that's just it. I'm the only father. You know what I'm saying? Other shit could come along with it. So I feel like it should be mandatory. That way you can X out all those motherfucking questions. You can have answers to all those questions later on. You already plan for them already.
Final thoughts. I think it should be mandatory because it's no reason why you should go into having a child. This is somebody you don't know, or there should be no uncertainty going into having a child. When you having a child, you need to have uncertainty immediately because there's why do you need to even leave that up into a argument or just some sort of doubt or anything? And you want to have that certainty throughout whatever somebody else say or however you feeling one day about anything, because sometimes it come up to those situations and it real ugly head where you be like, I don't know, man, it's just ain't, he ain't like me, he don't look like me or whatever. And it's like at the beginning of the door, it's like, oh yeah, this man, he signed out, this my kid. He don't remind me of me. He don't act like me. He just this her side of the family type stuff. You don't want to be down the road and it's like he need a blood transfusion. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, he not your child, man. We can't give him your blood. You're like, hey, buddy, you got 3 days. Hang in there.
Hey, buddy. It's not looking too good for you.
Hey, you play him off this.
Hey, man.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What is the motherfucking name?
Yeah.
What was Denzel Washington? That motherfucking movie.
Don Q. Don Q.
That's the coffee acronym. So this has been a super.
What you think?
Oh, mine is yeah. This has been a really good topic, and I think we should bring up kids next week. You know what I'm saying? Something about the kids, because for the most part, majority of us have them. So leave your best kid topics down in the comments below. We wanna hear what we should talk about with the kids. Me, I got 5 boys. You have 3 girls, 2 boys. Veda got 1 boy, and
I have all their children.
yeah, pretty much
17 possible.
And Pac-Man got 1 and 2. He got 1 and 1.
Yeah, he got 1 and 1.
He got 1 and 1. So leave us your comments or topic ideas about what we should talk about with these kids. We're gonna give them a little bit of light. But this has been the Union Podcast. I have been your friendly neighborhood shooter, Don.
We promise to be back at
Reese.
full strength next week.
Full strength next week. We're gonna drag his little dumb ass onto the show. Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
don't have to bring Bobby for the kids.
Beta, Isaiah, Reese, Don. Appreciate you.